Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Agricultural Engineering. Today we are going to see part 2 of Processing and Food Engineering Department. We are solving ICAR PG entrance exam question paper with their answers. We are very sorry for being late to post this video because of some technical error. We have posted it late. So without wasting so much time, let's begin. So let's see how many straight MCQs and what type of straight MCQs they have asked in ICAR PG exam 2021. So first question was, screw conveyor can be used to move grains up to an angle of 90 degree. The correct answer is 90 degree. While studying that while studying such type of conveyor, screw conveyor, bucket elevator, then belt conveyor, uh, please consider means some values. In a belt conveyor, we have to remember that how much trough angle is, means whatever values are there related to this conveyor and conveyor system, you should be uh, thorough you should have thorough knowledge about that. So screw conveyor can be used to move grains up to an angle of 90 degree. So next question is, colloidal mills are used for size reduction of semi-solid foods. So there are, in size reduction chapter itself, there are so many machineries are there, and which force are acting as main force, you have to go through that. And there are some 2 or 3 formulas used for finding crushing efficiency. So that Rettinger's law, that also you have to go through. So colloidal mills are used for semi-solid foods. Which among the following is a fat soluble vitamins? So retinol is the fat soluble vitamins. So there are so many types of vitamins. You should know something about each vitamin. Each vitamin B1, vitamin B12, like that. There are some different vitamins and there is specific name for different vitamins, so you should have thorough knowledge of that also. Next question was, in multiple effect evaporator, which method of feeding allows use of best quality steam on most difficult material to concentrate? So the answer is reverse feed multiple effect evaporator allows best quality steam on most difficult material to concentrate. So in forward feed, the flow of our concentrate and the flow of steam is in same direction. In reverse feed, they are in opposite direction. Which of the following is recognized as best way to define, evaluate and control the risk to ensure food safety? The answer is HACCP, hazard analysis and critical control point. So I request you all, you just go through this. All 4 options are there. Good manufacturing, what is meant by good manufacturing practice, HACCP, FSSAI and food safety objective. Because before that, in 2020 itself, they have asked the question related to HACCP. So please don't ignore these questions. You just collect some information about these four options, and for more information you can visit the ICAR e-course online, where you will get some online study material which is free of cost, so you can also refer that one also. Amount of heat required to change unit mass of substance from one phase to another phase is known as latent heat. So remember, if one substance, we have to change the phase of one substance into another phase, then the amount of heat required is set as latent heat. And when we just without changing without changing phase, we are just heating substance or cooling substance, then the amount of heat given is called as sensible heat. Means sensible heat we can easily means we can easily sense, but latent heat we can't. So latent heat from one phase to another phase is required for changing the substance from one phase to another phase. Sublimation of ice occurs at below the triple point of water. So sublimation of ice means we have seen that ice first convert into liquid form and then we can vaporize. But sublimation of ice means without coming into water phase, it will directly evaporate or it will convert to vapor phase. It is called as sublimation of ice. Which among the following equipment utilizes centrifugal force? Means for given are some equipments in which centrifugal force is used as application. So rubber roll sheller, in a case of rubber roll sheller, just the what we say friction between these rollers and that grain is utilized for removing husk. In paddy separator, different principle are used for paddy separator, and Engelberg-Haller similar principle, friction and attrition is used in case of Engelberg-Haller. But in case of impact type paddy dehusker, the centrifugal force is utilized. Parboiling of paddy is, so first you have to understand what is meant by parboiling. In parboiling, first we are soaking paddy, then we are steaming, uh, providing steam, and there after that we are drying. Means here in this case water is part of this parboiling also, and we are applying steam, which is nothing but heat. So the answer is hydrothermal pretreatment. Parboiling of paddy is an hydrothermal pretreatment. In vapor compression refrigeration system, the refrigerant passes through the following component before it enters into the evaporator. The answer is expansion valve. So what I would like to suggest, study each and every part of vapor compression refrigeration system, and just remember at which component the temperature of refrigerant is high, or at which component the heat is maximum amount of heat is removed, or maximum work need to be done. So there is chance they will ask some question about this topic, so you just go through these topics. The lowest temperature at which fuel ceases to flow is known as pour point. Temperature dependence of a biological reaction is expressed by Q10 value. So Stokes law mostly used for sedimentation. D value is thermal kinetics, and Z value also thermal kinetics, and Q10 value. So temperature dependence of a biological reaction is expressed by Q10 value. So there are some three values: D value, Z value, and F value. You just please go through these values, because in most of the question banks the questions are there, but student don't have proper knowledge about this D value, F value, and Z value. For more information about these values, there is one book by R. Paul Singh. You can refer this, or YouTube videos by that author R. Paul Singh you can refer. The process of storing grains in a gas-tight container to deplete oxygen and accumulate carbon dioxide is known as aseptic storage. So there are different type of storage systems: CAP, MAP, hermetic storage, aseptic storage, high pressure storage. So please just go through this different type of storage, and what I would like to suggest that while studying you just compare all these type of storage and write, we are make notes like that we are making some what we say, we are making some differentiate while writing differentiation between, we are making two columns. So if there are three types of storage systems, CAP, MAP, aseptic, then you make three columns and write down comparison between them, so it will be easier for you to remember those things. Force employed in hammer mill is only impact, impact and compression, impact and shear only. So this is some confusing question, means somewhere they have mentioned impact and shear, somewhere they have mentioned only impact, but please go through this unit operation book KM Singh that book, you just go through that. In process of separation of article using cyclone in process of separation of particle using cyclone separator, centrifugal force acting on the particle can be increased by reducing radius of rotation. So there is for formula for centrifugal separation, means how much centrifugal force needed. So there are some components, means in this formula there are some components written in numerator and denominator. So by reducing radius of rotation, we can increase the centrifugal force. Means in this formula the radius is at denominator, so that if reduction in radius of rotation, then centrifugal force will increase. On a cold morning, a metal surface on touching is felt colder than a wooden surface because the metal has high thermal conductivity. So this is 11th 12th physics, so no need to for more explanation. Sorry, this question repeated again. So assertive type of MCQ. So in this 2021 exam, they have mainly focused on assertive type MCQs. So let's see which are those. Before that, I would like to invite you on our Telegram channel named Team Agri Edus Agricultural Engineering, and we are giving a link in description box, so you can easily join those channel. We are taking MCQ on daily basis for from exam point of views, so follow us on Telegram. So in a separation process, efficiency of a screen can be improved by using multiple screens one above the another, using screen knockers, uniformly feeding the material over full width of the screen, using lower percentage of an area of screen, setting high degree of inclination. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. So the correct answer is using screen knockers and uniformly feeding the material over full width of the screen. So these questions are little bit tough, but for that you need to read books thoroughly, and your concept should be clear, so that you can able to answer such type of questions very easily. Sequence of unit operation in process of refining of crude oil. So first you should understand the process of refining of crude oil. There are few options. So the correct sequence is neutralization, removal of soaps, bleaching, deodorization, and winterization. For more details, you have to go through this. Means what is the purpose of bleaching, what is winterization. In winterization, we are removing soft waxes, and what is purpose in neutralization, we are neutralizing the acid with the help of base, free fatty acids we are neutralizing. So just if I am telling the correct answer, you don't leave as it is, you just go through this, means the process of refining of crude oil, and go through each steps, because it will useful for you while the writing or while solving your current examination. So here is match the following. So parboiling is related to parboiling paddy, underrunnel huller, corn milling, loose housing barn, milking parlor, tempering, degerming, corn milling. So underrunner huller is used for paddy, parboiling for wheat, loose housing barn is milking parlor, and tempering, degerming is for corn milling. Given below are two statements. Rubber roll shellers are used in wheat milling for dehusking. In a rubber roll sheller, the rollers rotate in opposite direction but at the same speed. So remember that the rubber rollers rotates in opposite direction but not with same speed. And rubber roll shellers are used in wheat milling for dehusking. Means first statement is correct and second one is incorrect. So here also match the following. uh, for conduction, Fourier's law is related to conduction. Newton's law of cooling is related to convection. Stephen Boltzmann's law is related to radiation, and Fick's law is related to mass transfer. So there is mass transfer is represented by Fick's law. There are two assertion and reason statement A and R. Pusa bin is a simple moisture free storage structure. Pusa bin is recommended as indoor structure. So the both sentences are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So another one, radiation is the quickest mode of heat transfer. Electromagnetic waves penetrate into the object. So both statements are correct, and the reason R is the correct explanation of assertion A. So falling rate period of drying process is one during which drying rate depends mainly on properties of food material. Moisture is not available on the surface of food material. Drying rate decreases. Drying rate depends only on the capacity of drying to pick up moisture from the surface. Drying rate remains constant. So the correct answer is falling rate period of drying process is one during which drying rate depends mainly on properties of the material and drying rate decreases. So blanching, here are two statements, assertion and reason. Assertion is blanching is recommended treatment for dehydration of vegetable, and reason R is hot water affects polyphenol oxidase. So these both statements are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. For more information, you have to go through this blanching process. Angle of repose of grains changes with moisture content. Moisture content affects linear dimension of grain. So first statement is correct, and as well as moisture content affects linear dimensions of the grain. This one is also correct, but reason R is not correct explanation for assertion A. Here are two statements. The stage at which the change of shape of material becomes more rapid than the increase of force is called yield point. And statement 2 is after end point the change of shape is permanent. That after yield point the change of shape is permanent. It should be like that. So both statements are correct. For explanation of these questions, you just go through the book which is good for physical properties of biomaterials. In that they have mentioned about each property and rheological property also, viscosity, plasticity and elasticity. So there you will come across these terms: yield point, what is meant by yield point, yield stress and yield strain. So you just go through that book. If the water activity of food is 0.5 to 0.6, then enzymatic activity is completely ceased. No bacterial activity takes place, no non-enzymatic browning activity, no mold growth on food, lipid does not oxidize. So choose the correct answer from the given options below. So the correct answers are: no bacterial activity takes place as the water activity lies between 0.5 to 0.6, and no mold growth on food. So there are two statements. FSSAI was established under Food Safety and Standard Act 2006. ISO 9000 series related to food safety measures. So here they are giving two statements in question related to FSSAI and HACCP. Once again I am repeating, please refer the ICAR e-course online notes for this FSSAI and ISO 9000. They have given some detailed information about this. So statement 1 is correct, and statement 1 is correct statement, but Statement 2 is incorrect. Fluidized bed drying is best suitable for granular materials. Fluidized bed dryer can be effectively used for slurries and purees. So statement 1 is correct statement, but statement 2 is incorrect one. Okay, so in case of drying, you should know which dryer is suitable for which material. Maybe they will ask questions related to this. So in this section they have asked 4 numericals, so let's see one by one. So in force of friction of material is 1/4 of the force normal to the surface of contact, then coefficient of friction will be, so force of friction is given by mu into n, where is n is normal force and mu is coefficient of friction. So they have given value of force of friction, which is 1/4 n is equal to mu into n. So the value of mu we will get is 0.25. 100 kilocalories of heat was removed from 10 kg apple stored at 20 degrees Celsius. Final temperature of apple was observed to be 15 degrees Celsius. Specific heat of apple will be. So for finding out specific heat, we have to find the formula, which is heat transfer is equal to mcp delta t, where m is mass of product, which is 10 kg, cp is specific heat, which is we have to find, and delta t is temperature difference. So here temperature difference is 20 degrees Celsius minus 15 degrees Celsius, which is 5 degrees Celsius. And also we have given amount of heat removed, which is 100 kilocalories. So 100 kilocalories is equal to weight m 10 into cp we have to find into temperature difference 20 minus 15. So we will get the answer of specific heat of apple is 2 kilocalorie per kg degree Celsius. Lateral pressure exerted by grain in a silo was found to be 2000 kg per meter square. If the Rankine's coefficient is 0.5, vertical pressure in the silo will be 4000 kg per meter square. So Rankine's coefficient is equal to lateral pressure divided by vertical pressure. So here vertical pressure we have to find. So vertical pressure is equal to lateral pressure divided by Rankine's coefficient. 2000 divided by 0.5, we will get 4000. So cold air at 10 degrees Celsius is forced to flow over a plate maintained at 40 degrees Celsius. The main heat transfer coefficient is Hm is equal to 30 watt per meter square degree Celsius. The heat flow rate from lead to air through a plate area of area 2 meter square will be. So here the heat transfer takes place through convection. So for that we have formula HA delta T. So here H is heat transfer coefficient, so 30. A is area, which is given as 2. 30 into 2 is 60, and the temperature difference 40 degrees Celsius minus 10 degrees Celsius, we will get 30. So 30 into 30 30 into 30 into 2, we will get 30 into 30 180, and now we have to convert it into kilowatt. So we will get 1.8 kilowatt as the answer. So thank you for watching our video. For more such videos, don't forget to subscribe our channel. And for in upcoming video, we are going to explain the solved questions of SWC and IDE. Thank you.